Our next speaker was recently named top 10 most influential influencers in Northern Cook County, considered by many as thought leader to the thought leaders. He's the author of the book Mindless Meditation, How to Lead Without Thinking. All right, put your hands together for Nate Catanus.
All right, it's motivational speech time. My name is Nate Catanus. I am a thought leader, a life coach, and a motivational speaker. And I'm here to share my top keys to help you deliver the most ultimate motivational speech, one that will make your idea sound much more important than it actually is. Why? As thought leaders, we spend way too much time thinking and not enough time leading. What I'm saying is you don't have to have a good idea to come up here and talk about it, okay? And that's the skill that we're going to focus on, so let's dive in. The first key, ask obvious questions that everyone will agree to the answer. How many of you out there are ready to live your ultimate life? Raise your hands up in the air. Come on, put them up high. How about $1 million with maybe a little bit of wealth in your life? Keep your hands up, come on. How about 1 billion friends with 1 billion hugs, yeah? Okay, but how many of you are living that ultimate life with 1 billion hugs? Put your hands back down, yeah. It's kind of sad. Sad puppy dog faces. Not living that life, are you? Here's where I like to add just a touch of guilt. There's only one thing getting in the way of you living that ultimate life, and that one thing is you. Yeah, sorry about that. Bearer of bad news for you. Here's where I like to add just a dash of hope. I'm not leaving here until I've transformed every single one of your lives. That, or in the next 3 minutes when my time's up, whichever comes first. But I promise something's going to happen. Great opportunity to show off your clients, build some credibility. These are the lives I've transformed. ppface.com is a urinal cake company. Best in their niche, best in class. I work with them. Find your hand gestures. People talk about finding your voice. I think you can distract with the right hand gestures. A couple of the classics, that presidential thumb point. Every time you make a point, you can hit people in the face with the ingredients whenever you're hitting your points. One of my favorite things is going to go off the mic. It's a combo. Present a dove, release the dove, walk away and pray about it. It was huge in Chattanooga. You guys can take that with you. The point is, find your hand gestures. Don't worry about the whole voice thing, okay? Big deal. Big deals here. A lot of options to choose from. This is on my website. Next key, speak first, think never. We're about to say something, then we think, we hesitate, and we think, is this morally acceptable for me to say out loud? Is it true? Does it make any sense at all? We hesitate, we don't speak. And people, this kind of pesky constructive criticism can get in your way when you're thinking about it too much. People always talk about mindfulness. Mindlessness is where it's at. Let's do a quick exercise. At the count of 3, I want you to say a word that you would use to describe this presentation. 1, 2, 3. Amazing, fantastic, brilliant. Exactly, which brings me to the next point, selective hearing. People talk about active listening. Very hard to do. Wouldn't recommend it. Selective hearing is a way to stay positive by only hearing positive. And when I do that motion, you hear outwardly. Things don't go in, you hear that way. You hear people, you hear it, and you hear at people. Selective hearing, stay positive. Only hear positive. Okay? Again. Next, overuse metaphors, analogies, and similes. Let's try this. I would like for you to think of this presentation as a buffet of knowledge. While my ideas may be hard to swallow, gulp, hand gesture, it's not like I'm asking grandma to suck eggs. Now, if we look at Bare Naked Ladies, you don't know what a simile or an analogy is, listen to any one of their songs. They will teach you exactly what we're talking about. And you're going to have a great time because the BNL fans out there, you know what I'm talking about. Next, confuse with numbers. Let's try this. How many people are alive in the world today? Let me hear it. 300,000, something like that. But here's the thing, there's only one of you. Unless you're twins, which is kind of weird. Next, be funny. This one kind of speaks for itself. Something you can do. I'm gonna wrap this up real quick. Last thing, whatever you do in life, give 100%. Unless you're donating blood. Hand gesture, something kind of funny. I'm Nate Catanus. Have a great night. Thank you so much.